Hey guys, it's Maymay and my trusty sidekick.
Old Benny is here. Welcome to the Crafter After Show, where we get to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Now, during the Crafter After Show, we do a segment called Across the Miles, where we share with you the cards and letters and gifts that you guys, our subscribers, send in to us every week. And we love getting those and getting to share those creative ideas with everybody. And then we'll probably look at some new product if we have new to show tonight. And then we just have a good time together. So if you're new to us, be sure to click the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and ring the bell so you'll get notified every time Maymay Made It is live or has a video come up. So be sure to do that. If you're also new to us, you need to know we have an online craft store at www.maymaymadeit.com where you can buy all of the cool stuff that you see Maymay use each week during her videos. So, Maymay, what we got?
If you want to see how these are done, you can see this one in the previous show, which was the crafter show. And this one was done in 2 videos prior to that. So if you want to check these out, we've got those ready. I was going to move them out of the way and let y'all know that. They say you're echoing. I'll fix it. Sorry, y'all. All right. So these are available for you to see in video form already. Just wanted to move them out of the way. I got to show y'all. This is super cute. So Pat Ivins. She says, Dear Maymay and Shannon, thank you for all you do. Love everything. I learned so much. I have had these zebra tablecloths for years. Don't know where or how or why I have them. And when I saw you and Shannon with your zebra aprons, I knew that I had to send them for you. So enjoy them from Pat. Look at these. These are cute. You know, we have those aprons that Miss Avery made us that are zebra. Aren't these cute tablecloths? I'm going to save these in our classroom because you never know. There is always a time we go, if we just had a tablecloth, there you go.
Boom.
Right? How cute is that? Thank you, Pat. That's very, very sweet of you. I love it. This card is beautiful. It says, thinking of you, and it's for our card ministry. This is from Linda Vandenhoek. I hope I said that right. Vandenhoek. And she put a little post-it in here so we could use this for the ministry. And this probably means she sent other cards. Speaking of that, I have been told to give you a ministry update. Okay. Right now, we have a lot of cards. We have had a really good spring and summer of cards being submitted. So if you're working on cards right now to send in, go ahead and finish those and send those in. But we're going to take a pause on calling out for cards right now until we can make some more space in the closet. We literally have a closet that we do this in, and everything's kind of organized in boxes, but it's super, super full right now, and we have a pretty good overflow. So what we want to do is take a pause right now on accepting cards. Not if you're working on them now. If you're working on them and you've been wanting to send them in, go ahead and send them in. Let's just take a little break for now, and then I'll let you know when we have a gap again, okay? But that doesn't mean I don't want you making cards for good causes. You guys know that we support Cards for Kids. Tamitha will get that link in a minute. We're not going to rush her because I'm going to talk to you about it for a second, but we support Cards for Kids. Now, the reason I love this organization is because EK, who is the founder of this organization, has found a way to encourage the facilities that receive the cards to get the cards into the hands of the patients and those that are needing the cards. And when they do, it creates an incentive for them to earn something, right? So here's what happens. If they get the cards into the hands of the people who are supposed to receive them and they send in videos or pictures or things like that, they can earn entertainment systems from Cards for Kids. Now, these entertainment systems are incredible. And we did one in the state of Alabama already. We've donated one to the state of Alabama. I think they're like $3,000 or $4,000 for a unit, but they're those units that can roll into the rooms with the patients and they can play video games with their family, with their fellow patients, if they're able to. Now that maybe COVID's out, they can do that with their nurses. It's really cool. And so they need cards. Listen, this is a serious call out. EK posted, I posted it too, not too long ago, but EK posted, I want to say 2 weeks ago, that they literally needed like 90,000 cards to fulfill a card request from a couple of facilities that they have new. This is 90,000 on top of what they already do. And the organization I'm telling you, this is what I love about it. I know the cards they get are going to people and they are bringing smiles to people's faces because they incentivize them to get them where they go. My fear always, whenever I was supporting other groups, was, yeah, but where do the cards go? Like, are they just
really
sitting there?
use them
Are they
for
really
what
getting used? And I'm sure they are. I just was nervous about it. Well, when I found EK and he and I met and we talked about what they do, I'm blown away by it. Now it's called Cards for Kids, but that can be a little confusing because let me say this. They not only send cards for kids, they send them to veterans homes. They send them to domestic violence shelters. They send them to like family and children facilities, things like that. And really, he's really branched out to the point that if people reach out, he puts them on. They do a lot with Ronald McDonald House, which is really, really cool. And I want to say that's what made the need for 90,000 more cards was. I think he had a couple more Ronald McDonald Houses come on, and they need a bunch of cards. Now, listen, please don't send those cards to me. Okay. If you send them to me, it slows down the process because if they come to me, I have to repackage them and send them out to their organization. What I need you to do is go to the Cards for Kids website, which I'm sure Tamitha has linked and she'll link again. Okay. Go to cardsforkids.com and all the information you need to know is there. They have a beautiful website. They spent all of last year redoing their website. It is beautiful. You can now see what is required, what you can and can't send, how they want you to send the cards, how many cards they need you to send, what they ask you to do. And one of the things they ask, which is a little different, okay, they ask that you fill out the card inside, not just send a blank card. For us, we ask for blank cards on the inside. Like we like to have it like this so that whoever gets them can write a sentiment in. What they're wanting you to do is send a card of encouragement from a person that this patient wouldn't even know. That just to think imagine if you're in a hospital bed and you get a card from someone you don't even know who's telling you that they're thinking of you and praying for you. Maybe they prayed over this card. Who knows what your sentiment is. Okay. Probably though for his, I want to make sure I clarify this. They try not to talk about the situation the person's in. So you're not going to say that to them. Okay. So take that back. You're going to just encourage them. This is what EK says to me. He says, imagine if you're in a hospital bed or if you're sick or you're ill, you know your situation. You don't need to be reminded of that situation. He said, we really just want to bring smiles. Sometimes it'll be a card with a joke. Like sometimes the front will be like, knock, knock, and you open up and there's the rest of the joke or something like that. Or if you go to their website, you can see samples, okay, of what they ask for and what they want you to say in the cards. But they do want you to sign them with your name and your location, which I think is really cool. And it also makes sense to me that if you're in a situation, you don't need to be reminded of your situation. You want to have a smile on your face because of something else. So I wanted to bring that up. Now, thirdly, so I told you, thank you for your cards for our ministry. If you are still making them, finish them and send them in. Secondly, we talked about Cards for Kids. There's 4 things I need to tell you. Thirdly, with Cards for Kids, we set a goal way back during COVID that I did not even tell you guys about because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. I don't know. At the time, we were like, maybe we'll make a big day out of it or something like that. But here's what that goal was. We want to be able to send one entertainment system to every state in the United States. Okay. And we have a donation page. And Tamitha may not even have that. I may have to come back and give it to her. But we have a donation page on the Cards for Kids site where you can go make monetary donation. If you don't make a card, you want to go make a monetary donation, you can do that. Once we raise, listen to this number, it's huge. Ready? Once we raise $200,000, and we don't have to wait till we've raised that much, but once we raise $200,000, we can send an entertainment system to every state. Okay. So that's what we're trying to do. It's a lot of money, but look out like this. If 200,000 people give $1, we can fulfill the goal.
Boom.
Would that be cool?
Just like that.
All right. That's number 3 of what I have to tell you. Number 4 of what I have to tell you is this. If you need cards from our ministry, please email us and let us know. If you're not familiar with how our ministry works, let me tell you. So we accept cards. We like them to be blank on the inside. Some of them are scriptural. Some of them are for birthdays, anniversaries, thinking of you, all kinds of situations. Okay. Get well soon, sympathy, all things. If you would like to have some cards, if you don't have time to make cards, but you want to send out cards, please email info@maymaymadeit.com. What we do is we collect these cards made from the Made It, and then we break them apart into 50 card packs, and then we will send them to you free of charge. We'll cover the shipping and everything. We just want cards getting into the mail to people to bring smiles to people's faces. That's the idea. So if you have not asked for cards in a while, maybe you attend church and you want to be the person to send out cards to everybody. Maybe your Sunday school teacher could use some cards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I know a lot of pastors' wives do the card ministry. Maybe you can help your pastor's wife by saying, "Hey, I can get you these cards if you want to have them to use them." Maybe you're a school teacher and you want to send cards out to your kids and you need cards. Just email us. Let us know what kind of cards you need. We'll do our best to kind of fit your need and send you cards. Okay. 50 at a time from what I understand. It may even be more than that. But who you email is info@maymaymadeit.com, and you'll be talking to the new girl. Her name is Charity. We haven't introduced you to Charity yet. We're going to. But there's always a new person around here. This time it's a new girl, right?
Yep.
So we'll introduce you to Charity soon. All right. That was a lot of information. Do we have questions about everything I just kind of spewed?
Well, we did have one question. I mean, probably several, but one person asked, do we ship cards for card ministry overseas?
I will, yeah. Okay. If you'll mail cards, I'll get them to you.
All right. So when you asked that earlier, you can, that can happen.
Yep, absolutely. This card is so pretty. If you will send cards out, we will send them to you. Yes, Rebecca, Jazz is around. She is in shipping. We made a change in shipping. Linda is not with us anymore, and Jasmine has taken Linda's spot. And so now in shipping, it is Jasmine and Autumn, which I don't know that y'all have met Autumn officially. You kind of have probably. But Jasmine and Autumn are in shipping, and we only have Autumn until school starts back. So we only have her till is it August?
The end of July.
End of July. So they're doing shipping now. And Charity, we actually wanted to grow our graphics department. So we were able to hire Charity to do graphics. And because of her needing a desk and the way it worked out, she actually is doing emails and answering the phone also. So she's able to do both jobs because one wasn't full and the other one wasn't a full day and one wasn't a full day. We put them together and it did that. So we're so grateful to have Charity. You guys are going to love her when you get to meet her. Okay. Look at this. This card is beautiful. I did not make this card. Isn't it pretty? Doesn't this look just like a card I would make? I think it does. Look.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
Laura Thomas asked, is it okay for them to donate funds to us to help cover the shipping cost?
To be honest with you,
for that,
I would be so honored if you would consider donating it to Cards for Kids for that. But here's why. Over the years, we've had so many people donate shipping to that we still can use that because people just periodically, I want you to read it for me because I've been talking so much.
Oh, okay.
People just periodically over the years have sent money for that. So right now we're good, but I would love it if you would donate it for Cards for Kids. If you could do that, that would be awesome.
So this card came to us from Maryland, Bordeaux. And this is what it says. Let me tell you, as in lemon tell you,
yeah,
you're awesome.
Oh,
I have been paper crafting for about 4.5 years at least and have learned the most from you and your YouTube channel and excellent teaching. I currently love the lemon. I'm not sure that word, but anyway.
Or stencil?
No, it's, I don't know. Anyway, so I had to have this stencil. I love stencils. And your darling stamp set. Thank you for your quality products and your store. Howdy, y'all, to Vinny and Shannon and the crew. Love and prayers always from Maryland.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Maryland. That's very kind of you.
Precious card.
I wanted to mention, I forgot. I keep going back. Not only to your churches, but if you know people that are like nursing home directors or assisted living home directors or part of senior facilities or daycare directors want to give cards to children for like birthdays and things like that, email us if you need cards. 50 at a time, we'll send them to you. We even have people that come to the store and get them in person.
Yeah.
All right. But right now we've got a surplus. I think we had, if we should have done a tick mark of this, we've had 10 or 12 people send like 100 and 200 cards, like
a
really
pile
recently.
of them.
It's amazing. All right, look at this beautiful card. I had it last week and I forgot to show y'all. When we got through with the show, I realized I had it sitting beside me. Here, I'm gonna let you read it because I'm losing my voice. I've been talking so much.
Can I read a question first? And you can.
Yeah.
It says Dana says, I have a stamping question. When using dies with stamps, do you find it easier to stamp then die cut, or die cut and then stamp?
I die cut then stamp, but that's because I use my Misty and I have a trick for it, and we might just want to link the video for that. But I also don't use metal dies. I use SVGs, which makes it even easier the way I do it.
Okay.
It's kind of confusing, but if we can link that video for her to see how I do that, it would probably help. Look, these came out of the card Vinny's fixing to read. These stickers.
This card says, Dear Maymay and staff, thank you so much for all your hard work. I've learned so much from you. I especially like the digital freebies. That's the SUVs I'm talking about.
SVGs.
What do you call it? SVGs?
We don't give out SUVs around here.
Okay, sorry.
I just don't want anybody going.
I've used them.
You get an SUV
times.
and you get an SUV.
Yeah. The little boys' coveralls and the little girls' dress were so much fun to make. God bless you and keep you, your sister in Christ, Linda. Is that Vandertech?
Let me see. Vanderhook.
Okay.
Vandenhook.
Okay.
Look at these. The whole time you've been talking, I've been showing weenie dogs. Look at this one right here. Look, this one's got its tongue sticking out. Look.
How cute.
So cute. This looks like Presley, like literally like Presley. Literally. Thank you so much for these stickers. They're so cute. I need to put them on my laptop. That's where they will go. That'll be cute. All right. What else have I got down here? I think that's all from Across the Miles right now. I have a bunch of stuff still from Craft Acropolis. It's here, but I'm going to wait till I have Shannon to help me go through it and hand it out and do it correctly because I'll make a mess. Okay, so let's talk about product really quick. So we have some back-end stocks. That's what Amber told me to show tonight.
Okay.
This guy has been super popular. Do you know Jimmy came and bought one of these?
No.
Okay, so Penny, that owns So Charming, her husband saw us use this at Craft Acropolis, and something he does with fishing.
Oh, yes, I did know he came and got that for his flies. He makes his own flies.
And it needs like a heat tool.
And he needs a little heat tool.
One like this and he came and got one, and he was like, yeah, as soon as I saw y'all use it, I went to the store and got one. I didn't even know.
Yep.
So if your husband needs a heat tool, apparently this one's a popular one, right?
There you go.
But this is available back in store. We just got that one back. And then, oh my goodness, get your clicking fingers ready, y'all. Just get your clicking fingers ready. All of this is back. Oh my goodness. It took a long time to get this back. This is a product that takes a long time to get in because they are in the UK, and ordering and shipping and getting through customs and getting it here, it takes a long time. Do you guys remember when we made a card that looks something like this? Now, I did a Father's Day card when I did mine, and I think it's got taken to the store as a sample. This is the one Shannon did for Mother's Day, and you guys didn't see it. Let me tell you why. She took one of the packs home and made Mother's Day cards for her mom and her mother-in-law using the pack, and she did this one because I think they do 3 in a pack, and she did this one to bring it in for me, guys, for me to show you guys. So look how gorgeous this is. And I'm going to turn it to the side. I want you to see the layers and how it's done. Is it absolutely gorgeous?
And if I remember right, these are just stickers.
They're already cut apart pieces that you foam together.
Foam tape together.
Foam tape together.
That's right.
And
so it gives you that 3D appearance.
And on this one, it tells you in the instructions, and Shannon did this. She followed the instructions. That like this one, you put it down, you glue the top flat and you pop up the end. It's so gorgeous. This is only one example. And this is a panel. You make the panel and then you put it where you want it. A folio cover, a card, a frame, whatever you want. Not on that one because it's too small. But look, let's say you make a folio and you want something pretty like this on the front or maybe down here at the bottom. Something so pretty. All right, brace yourself. This is why I said get your clicking fingers ready. These, when these sell out, we reorder them and they take a while to come back, okay? This is the locomotive. Is it called? It's called steam train, okay? So it works like this. This is the base. I'm going to bring this one over to make it make sense. So behind here is this base piece, okay? Then you follow the instructions. It tells you this is number 1, okay? Then you take number 2 and you foam it onto number 1. And then you take number 3 and you foam it onto number 2. And then you take number 4 and you foam it onto number 3. And then you take number 5 and you foam it onto number 4. And so on and so on. And this one goes to 6 right here. Okay. They're beautiful. Okay. And this pack, they're so affordable. I forget how much they are. Timothy can tell me how much they are. This pack will make, is it 3? Some of them make more. This one will make 3. Okay. It makes 3 cards or card panel, card fronts. And you'll see too, there's sentiments that you can use and tags. And also this is $5.99 for 3 of them. And here's the thing. You don't have to put all the pieces on. You could use this as a card and then use this and make a separate piece. Like you don't have to put them all on one. Okay. It's amazing. Now, somebody said, what size is the base? The bases are all different sizes. This one is 4 3/4 square. Okay. So it'd be beautiful on a 6x6 card, on a 5x7 card. Be beautiful for something like that. It seems so pretty. They're all a little different. Okay. I have a video. I bet Timothy can find it for us if we're patient with her. I have a video where I put them together. I put one together for you guys. And then we were going to put this one together for you, but they sold out so fast. We couldn't do a video because I was afraid it would like make everybody want them and it would scare everybody off, right? Because we couldn't get them. So hopefully we can do another one for you now that we have them back in stock. So there's the locomotive. I need to go quicker because it's a lot, you guys. This is called Baby Boy. Oh my goodness. Again, you start with the base and you stack them up and you get all that dimension and they're absolutely gorgeous. And this one will do 3 or more. Okay. Beautiful. Also, so this one has, let me show you this. Some of them are going to have this. This has an A1 and a B1. That means you can do stacking decoupage on this one and also this one. So some of them come with 2 stacks. So this you could put on a card as an element with stacks, and this could be a card, stacked. And so that really means you can get 6 out of here. Isn't that amazing? When we saw this at Creativation, we went wacky.
It was an impressive thing.
We went wacky over it. I want to put this one together so bad. I love this with the bride with the extra bows and all the little, I want to stack this up so bad. I think it's so beautiful. Again, you get 3 in here and this is a number 1 and you just follow along. Isn't that beautiful? Then this one, I know it says Happy Easter and Mother's Day and all that kind of stuff, but it also says birthday. And the thing I really love about it is these florals, when they're stacked, they're beautiful. These stack up like in that half circle shape. So gorgeous. So we have that one.
Well, and you can see how, if you look at the shrubbery and the bushes in the one that Shannon did, you can kind of get an idea of how those flowers stack up.
Yeah, because look what happens. So this is 1, okay? Then 2 is this piece back here, and 2 is just shorter than this piece. It stacks right on top of the house that's underneath it, and it lays on. This is like, let me count layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. Well, over here we got more than that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers along the side. Do you see that? That's 8 layers, and it just walks you through it. It's so easy to do. It's just gorgeous. This one, how cool is this one? This is the Spitfire, and again, this has an A1 and it has a B1. Okay, so A1, you're going to build a plane onto a backer. B1, you're going to build a plane onto a plane. So then you have an element. It's a stacked plane. It's so cool. And all of them make multiples. This is the little girl. It's called Baby Girl. It's got an A1 and a B1. So you get the multiples out of that one. This is the one Shannon did. Yes. Look, 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 look. Okay. So you start with this panel. Okay. So that's number one. Number two is this piece. So you see how this piece is this section. And when you glue this one down, what's so cool about this one, this is what Shannon did. Right here, it has this little note. It says, for best results, glue along lower edges, except on the steps, of layers 2 to 6. And that's what she did. She glued. That's why these kind of go. You can see it better over here. That's why these go at that slant. She glued them down and foamed them up at the top to get that really dimensional look. And if you should do that, it will tell you that on the packaging. Okay. I love it. I love it so much. And this one is literally this one put together. And she used every layer. Every layer. Okay. Then we have,
I don't know. Are you aware of whether or not they charge additional postage to mail those?
I'm sure they do, because you have to put these in a different envelope. They're not going to be the normal size, and you always have to do. I do this anyway, but you have to do non-machinable, so it won't run through a machine because it's too thick for that. But I'd pay the non-machinable charge anyway. Look how gorgeous! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna tell you something. Put these in a frame, like a wood frame with no glass. Beautiful gift. This one, I can't get over this. Let me show you this. When you stack this on top of here and these flowers, just, my goodness. All right, look at this one. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. To me, the florals. Now here, let me show you this. This one's different, okay? These are elements. This is cool. So you have, let me find A. This is A1, okay? Then you put A2, A3 on top of here. Do you see that? So this plus this plus this, and it gets you a dimensional flower pot. Then you come to B, and you go B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5 stacks up, and you get a dimensional flower pot. Then here, same thing. And you get 3 sheets of this, which means you get 9 dimensional flower pot elements. Gorgeous. Where are my bird fans at? Look at this one. This one is called Birds and Blossom. By the way, this last one I just showed is called Pots of Flowers. This one is Birds in Blossom. So pretty. And this has an A and a B element. So you've got the big element and the small element to stack. Oh, I love these so much. Love these so much. Okay. This one, I've seen this one put together, and it's stunning. When you get these hydrangeas stacked on top of each other, they're absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. That one is called Blue Hydrangeas.
Cheryl asked, do the instructions tell you where to add the foam pieces?
The foam just goes, you know, because when you pop the piece off, the only time it's different, when you pop the piece off, you just put foam on the back so it doesn't show through the front. The only time it's different is if you have one that has this instruction, then you put the foam to the top and glue the bottom. But it will give you that. It will tell you that. Otherwise, this is the one I did on camera. This is the one I did, and it's very detailed, so you can watch that video. All you do is when you pick a piece off, you just make sure the foam doesn't show from the front, and it's perfect. That's all you have to do. This one is called Gardener's Corner, and I did a Father's Day card with this one, and it was beautiful. Y'all see why we fell in love with these? I was going to put this one together that day that I did the Gardener's Corner, but I think we were trying to show a Father's Day card, and I thought that one would be beautiful. Okay, look, this is a base, and then this is a 2-layer one. I'm trying to see where the second layer is. A. Oh, no. Okay, listen. Place any layer ending with an A before the main layer with the same number. So sometimes there's a little instruction for you, okay? So that just means if you're fixing to place number 2, like you've got number 1 and you want to place number 2, they want you to place 2A before you place 2. And the reason for that is because 2A has the lamp post showing. So you want to put it on first before you put this roof over that has the lamp. Let me explain that to you. I'm going to hold it up close. All right, so here's your pieces. So you've got 2A and 2. You see how 2A has a lamp post? You want to place 2A first right here, then place 2 on top of that so that the lamp post will live where it's supposed to. It's the coolest thing in the world.
Awesome, yeah.
Who sat down and
the detail
it's
that
the
it took
coolest
to
thing in the
do
world.
that is just awesome.
This one is called Cottage Patio Garden. incredible.
And I don't want to let too much out of the bag, but wait.
No,
till
don't let
Christmas
too much
in
out of the bag.
July. Wait
Don't
till
let too much
Christmas
out of the
in
bag.
July.
Just wait till Christmas. Oh gosh, just wait.
Y'all gonna have a come apart.
All right. This one has the motorcycle, which is so cool. Here's the motorcycle. There's 2, 3. You just stack it all up. Best dad to my brilliant brother. Happy birthday. So cute. This one, by the way, is called Motorbike and Tools. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. Look, this one is birthday layer cake. I want to layer this birthday cake so bad. And also, this one has multiple elements. So this one has 1, and then it has B1. Okay. There is a difference. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if something says 2A, that's an element that goes first. But if something says B1, that means you have a second element you can have. So does that make sense?
It does to
So
me,
you
yeah.
get this element and you can do this element separate. So cool. This one, poppies. Come on, poppies in vase. How gorgeous are the poppies? I love poppies. Where were we at? We saw some the other day. They were so beautiful. Look at this motorcycle. This is called Twin Super Rocker. Look how beautiful that is. That's going to be pretty put together. It looks like it pops off the page, doesn't it? Look at this one. This is another one I would love to put together. I just love when you have all these separate little pieces. It's going to be beautiful. That one, by the way, is called Wedding Day. Okay. Now, these are different, and I think this is cool. This is 2 sheets of intricately die-cut butterflies. Here's what I thought. Don't you always just want a pretty butterfly for different cards here and there? This is, like I said, 2 sheets, and it is 332 butterflies in here. You don't have to color them. You don't have to cut them out. You don't have to fussy cut them. They're just in this package. 332. I love this. I think you'll be able to do so much with these butterflies. I love this. Wouldn't this be gorgeous done in like a shadow box frame for you to put on the wall and have all those butterflies? So if you're a butterfly lover, you might as well just have this in your stash. You're going to need butterflies for a card here, there. Who knows when and where you'll need it. Love those. Oh, these are brand new. This is new. This is not a restock. I'll show you that one in a second because I got to talk about it. All right. This is called A Year of Peelables. Now, I showed you guys these. I don't, where are my peelables? Where are my peelables? Did I put them in here? I'm not sure. I did not clean up that day. I don't know where they ended up. Here's what these are. These are sentiments on peelable pieces that the pieces are clear so you can stick these inside of cards. Here's why I wanted these. Y'all always ask me for inside sentiments that you struggle what to put on the inside. That's what this is. Now you can put them on the outside. That's up to you. But there are, here's a good showing of it. There are all these sentiments for the inside. And when you peel these off, they're kind of a matte finish. When you put them into your card, they're not invisible. If someone really, really looked, they could see it. But you have to look to see the sticker. I love these. And it says it's a year of because you notice this is Christmas and there's all the seasons in here. All some seasons, I should say that. Let me see if it tells me here. It has... It's a 12-sheet pack. There are 72 individual self-adhesive peelable verses in themes of birthday, mother, father, friendship, celebration, sympathy, get well, Easter, Valentine, Christmas. Simple to use. Just choose the peelable you wish to use, peel it off, and place it on your project. When we saw these, and look, you can just sign it. We were like, that's how you get those beautiful long verses. You know what I'm saying? To put these on stamp sets, they're so big, they take up so much space. And then you have one. You get that one, right?
Yeah.
This, we're getting 72 self-adhesive peelables. So great. Those sold so fast when we showed them. I don't think we have shown these. Have we shown these? So
you did not show them because we mistakenly only ordered
3 of them. That's right. These are unusual. I think these are neat. I want to show you what they do with these. First off, these are books by Katie Sue. Okay. And these are called, this one is Grayscale Collection, Say It With Flowers, and the Grayscale Collection in the Garden. These are made to use with dies. Okay. Makes 120 card toppers is what they call this. If you're like me and you struggle with coloring, I love what they've done here. They take these guys like this and you get this beautiful image that you can put a die around. and cut this out and use it on a card, or fussy cut it if you're so inclined, or use your scan and cut. This would work really well in the scan and cut, or just cut straight around it and use it for a card. Look how beautiful these images are. Look how, wouldn't that be pretty with like a circle die cut around that and use it on a card? If you struggle with coloring, I'm not a great color. Look at that one. These are perfect for card making. That's something I like about Katie Sue. They make it where everybody can make a card no matter your level of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't look, there's smaller ones. So if you want a smaller element or if you want to make a bigger one, you have this whole book of these guys. And they look at this, and you have there's sentiments in here you can cut out and use. I just love these. And of course, I love the grayscale because these colors are so pretty. But can't you see just cutting this out, using it as a focal point, matting it, put it on a card, put a sentiment? Oh my goodness. You don't even have to pick up a crayon or have alcohol markers or know what ink to use with what. Now, I like knowing all that and doing all that. But if you don't, they're gorgeous. This is the one that's called, like I said, this one is In the Garden. And this one is called Say It with Flowers. Let me flip through. Look at this. I mean, everybody can make cards. These are so pretty. I just love them so much. I'm going kind of quick. There we go. Look, get to the bigger ones. Stunning. And I know what you're thinking. They're not, this is not for everybody, but those of you that it is for, you know who you are. And that's what I thought too. I thought this is beautiful. All right,
Becky. Even if you are good at it, but you're in a hurry, you know, it's a quickie.
This is the kind of thing, if you have it in your room and you're like, you know what? I forgot that I'm supposed to be at a tea at 2:00. Put a card together. Especially, this is the thing. If you're known for card making, it's embarrassing to show up without a card, right? And maybe you don't have a stash made up. Don't look at me because it's totally me, right? If you don't have a stash made up, throw one together like that.
No, that's the point, Sherry. These are already colored for you. You don't have to do it.
Okay, listen. You guys, this is called Flower Patch Pots. We did not get this last time. This is new. Okay, they just released this. This package contains 8 Flower Patch Pot cards. Okay, 3 A4 sheets, Flower Patch flower decoupage sheets, 2 A5 sheets, gold foiled pastel birthday banners, 8 classic white envelopes. The finished card size is 95 by 85 millimeters. I don't know much about millimeters. This is European, okay, or it is UK. You see that? Made in the UK, made with love in the UK. I'm going to open this, okay, and I'm going to show y'all what's in here. This makes 3-dimensional flower pots. Let me show you here what happens. It makes these cards that are these flower pots. Are they stunning? And the trick is this top section. Oh my gosh, it smells good. This top section is that layering decoupage, okay, like you saw in the other, but now we have little flower pots that they fit in. So it comes with your envelopes, and I'll tell you the size of these envelopes in inches. This is going to be 6 1/4. Why do they smell so good? By 4 1/2. So there's that. Okay. Look, all these flowers that stack in decoupage on top of each other. Here's the flower pot. You see this? This is the insert that slides in. See this? And it shows you step by step how to put it together. It has an easel. By the way, you just pop these out. You see that? They just pop out. You don't have to put it through a machine. You don't have to have a die. And look at the beautiful colors. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to film this and put one of these together. I can't wait.
So those are 3D also then,
yes,
right?
they're 3D. And they have the decoupage flowers because you layer the flowers. So see,
cool.
You stack these like you put this flower on its matching flower. You see what I'm saying? Matching flower, matching flower. Isn't that cool?
Mm.
All right. Then you get these as well. And you get how many sheets? You get way more than you're ever going to need for this kit. Look at these beautiful pieces already cut and foiled. Look, you just pop them out. Isn't that amazing?
Mm.
Somebody said, duh, because it's paper. Yeah, it smells good. It really does smell good.
Go.
I'm so excited about the Katie Sue products. I just think look. I knew you were wondering. Look right there. Look right there.
Instruction.
They smell good because they came with flowers. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. I cannot get enough of the Katie Sue product. Cannot get enough. So we did have a little more new than she thought we did. She's like, I think I only have the one new thing. But these, I think, came in, I think they staggered in a little bit. And she didn't remember we had these. Okay. I love these. Shannon's going to love putting those together too.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me show you this other new thing. This is an Eileen Hull embossing folder. And this one is called Crochet. Did you say mandala? Mandala. That's how you say it, right?
Sounds good.
Mandala. Crochet mandala. How cute would this be for our quilt cards? How cute. Lord,
Looks
do I
like
have something?
doilies.
I have something cute coming for quilt cards on it. Look
You
at that.
do.
It does look like a doily. I love it. And it's Eileen's. By the way, y'all. So Eileen, this is not secret. It's on her social media. So Eileen is at the, I forget the name, handicraft show. I don't remember the sponsor name.
H&H.
It's H&H. I can't remember who the first part is. She's at that show. Penny and Emily are at that show. Penny and Emily are receiving their award from the By Annie company for being #1 quilt shop in the state of Alabama. And I don't know if you know who By Annie is. It's a big deal. Okay. By Annie is known for her bags, her fabric bags. So they're out there receiving their award. And I'm so excited for them about that. And they got to meet Eileen. Now, they tried to FaceTime me last night, but in a minute, I'm going to tell you why I wasn't able to answer. I'll tell you in a few minutes. But I wasn't able to answer and I felt bad, but I was like, I'm sorry, I can't answer you right now. However, they did send me a picture of them together. So they did, because I was like, y'all are going to be up there together. Y'all need to hook up. So they did. So they've met and now they'll know each other whenever our Craft Acropolis rolls around at the end of the year. Isn't that cool? Is that everything? I've been not wanting to get to this part.
Yeah.
You want me to try?
Probably better if you tried.
So. All right, you guys, here's the thing. Our sweet little baby Lizzie, you know, we have 4 weenie dogs. We have Carly, Lizzie, Darcy, and Presley. Lizzie has been sick. She, for the past, we're thinking about 2 weeks, she's just been slowly not eating like she should. And I think we told y'all this recently that we had the back deck redone at our house. And when we did, we took them to my stepmom's house who watched them for the week while we had that done because they couldn't come in and out of the house. Well, when we got her back, it was more pronounced. We really went, we're right. She's not eating right. You know?
Yeah, we could really tell the difference in her.
Yeah.
Her body build. She had lost a lot of weight. And
not just from being gone, when we first got her, it wasn't even as bad as she's home for a week and she got to the point where she just wouldn't eat. And the thing is, this is going to sound so crazy, but if you have multiple dogs, that's how it goes. At first, we're like, is she not eating? Because if she doesn't eat and one of the other dogs knows she's not, they'll go clean up her bowl. And if we don't know that's happening, we couldn't really gauge it. So we had to kind of lock it down. Last week, we locked it down so we could really keep up with how much she was eating. And she just wasn't eating well. So we had concerns that it could have been an accident she did have at the kennel, but it wasn't that. So on Tuesday, we took her to the vet and he did all the blood work and all the checks on her. And all of her numbers were good except her blood level. And I don't understand everything about this. I'm not a doctor. I can just tell you what he's told us so far. Her body is basically, her blood is basically fighting her organs, but her organs are good. They have good function, but her blood is not working well together. Like I couldn't really understand it, but he says we're not to transfusion status yet. And I was like, what does that mean? He said, well, if we get to a certain point, you're just going to have to she's going to have transfusions. And I looked at him and I said, this is treatable, right? And he looked at me and made a face at me that I know that he makes sometimes. And it wasn't to me, it was not really. That was what it was. His face was like, not really. And I was like, okay, what do we do? And he's like, we're going to give her steroids and this medicine we give her 3 times a day. And he said, I want to see you. I want to hear from you Thursday, and I want to see her Friday. So we're telling you now because we don't really know where we're at. We want you to be praying for all of us. Okay. We don't really know where we're at. We go to the doctor tomorrow and we get more information. He was not very positive. Since she's been home, we have not had a lot of successes. We've not had a lot of this looks good. We've had more this doesn't look good. And here's why I can talk about it today. I'm just going to tell you this, okay? The last time I saw her, we were on a high. She was eating, like Vince got her to eat treats this morning because the doctor said feed her anything she'll eat. If you can get her to eat it, feed it to her. He got her to eat treats this morning. She took her medicine this morning. And so when I left her, honestly, when we got to work, I said, this feels positive, doesn't it? Like we were both reaching for the positive. Well, Vince went home this afternoon to let them out, to check on her, to do everything he needed to do. And he felt like she might have had to step back a little bit since this morning. Nothing, not drastically enough to say for sure, but you feel like she might have. So he didn't want to talk about it because he was with her not a few hours ago, and he came back not where I was when I left the house this morning. So the last time I saw her, everything was looking up. But the last time Vince saw her, he felt like it wasn't. So we need you to be praying for us tomorrow. We are going to be taking her to the vet in the morning, and she is going to stay at the vet until they can see her. They're booked, but he wanted to see her. He said, bring her here and I want to work her in. So we're going to do that, and we'll know more then. And you know what? There may be a treatment program. There may be something we can do. Maybe we read it wrong, or maybe we didn't understand it right, but we're not sure right now. And we've never seen her like this. And if you're a pet parent, they just look at you and you can't explain. You can't tell them why you're doing what you're doing. It's so heartbreaking. And last night,
I even melted ice cream to try to get her to drink it,
which she did last night. And some people might fuss at us about that, and that's fine. But I'm going to tell you something. When he said feed her whatever, she had gotten to the point where she wasn't eating anything. And I don't mean being picky. Like for a while, for a few days, when they got back from
Lizzie's
the kennel,
only 9.
Lizzie's 9. When they got back from the kennel, we were kind of spoiling them. We hadn't seen them for a week. We'd missed them. We were giving them more treats than we normally do. And I told Vince, I said, I think you got to know something about Lizzie. And this is not me making this up. She is a stubborn dog. Of all our dogs, Lizzie's the most stubborn. Okay. And I was like, she's not eating because she wants those treats. Like, I was like, she doesn't want this. She wants that. Because when we gave her the treats, she would eat them. Then I thought, no, it's because the treats are soft and she won't eat the hard food, which is not hard. They eat an adult size. What's it called? Like a mini bite food. Anyway. And I'm like, no, it's not that. She just wants that soft food. Well, after a day, I'm like, at this point, even if she is being stubborn, I still got to know what's going on. So when I took her to the doctor, just so y'all know this, my doctor says this. I said, is there any chance she's just being stubborn? And he's like, no. He said, no. He said, dogs will be stubborn, but they're not going to, what is it like? What is it called when you do that? They're not going to starve themselves. Like when they say they'll eventually eat because they're just hungry, right? But he did say that dogs are really good at covering up their illness until they can.
Especially this particular breed, apparently.
Especially dachshunds, because until they can. So we wanted to tell you,
we tried everything. She's not eating meat. She's not eating chicken. She's not eating anything. I mean, literally.
Everybody has been giving me tips and tricks, and I have tried it. Even this, you guys. First off, Lizzie eats everything. Lizzie is the dog that will clean up people's plates. Like if they don't eat their food, we'll go, where's Lizzie? And you can hear in there eating. Like she's an eater. We have to monitor her.
If you leave your trash bag sitting out, she'll tear it open and find the food that's in it.
Anything. She's that.
She is not a picky eater.
They're not all that way. But she is one that will finish. If she finds anything, she's going to eat it. So when we got home, Sunday, we had Father's Day and we had barbecue. And we got home Tuesday afternoon and Vince had gone to get her what the doctor told us for food, to try food, blah, blah. He gone to do that. When we got home, I had that barbecue and I'm like, he said, feed her. I'm feeding her. So I got that barbecue out and she ate like this much. Like I thought, this is promising. She's eating something because she really hadn't been. I thought, okay, we'll feed her this. 2 hours later, she wouldn't touch it, you know? And then we'd wait and then she'd try something else and you'd get pot. You'd be so excited because she would eat it. And then an hour later, she wouldn't touch it, you know?
Well, Susie, it's not something that she ate because everything is fine. This is something to do with her blood.
He said this is an autoimmune situation. Because see, that's what we were sitting there racking our brain. We're like, could she have we had a weenie dog get into poison one time and it was a very different reaction. It was not like this. Do you remember that? It was a very different reaction. It didn't kill him, but he was sick and he was never the same afterwards. But because we asked
drinks water. She'll drink water.
She drinks. And that's what I told Doc. I said, she's drinking more than she normally drinks. Like she drinks a lot. But here's the thing, because I was concerned about that too. First off, we thought she had obstruction because she had chewed on something at the boarding
kennel
that she shouldn't have. And we thought she had an obstruction. And he said, no, it's not an obstruction. He did whatever, an x-ray and all that kind of stuff. He said, plus if it was an obstruction, she'd be struggling going potty. And she hasn't really been struggling. I mean, it hadn't been much, but she hadn't been struggling. But then when the doctor left with her out of the room, we're like, could she have gotten into some kind of poison somewhere? We don't have any poison at the house. And I'm like, how could she have gotten into any? And when he came back, we said something. He said, no. He said the indicators for poison, he took his little charts out and was showing us the charts. He's like, the indicator for poison is normal. There's none. That's not an issue.
Yeah, she won't drink broth either.
Tried
that.
Tried it. So since Kelly said this, I'm going to say this. I felt like what he described to us was like the human version of lupus. I felt like the way he was saying her body was working against itself. That's what it felt like to me. And I told Vince, I'm like, don't say that to people because that's me telling you that. That's not like a real thing. But that's what it sounded like to me too when he was describing it. But he didn't. He actually called it something, hema something, but we couldn't remember exactly what it was. Anyway, pray for her.
No, it wasn't diabetes.
My gosh,
all
Cindy,
her blood was fine.
Cindy said, what a kind vet. You cannot. I'm going to tell you something. Dr. Cox, that's his name. And I'm just going to tell you, he knows how crazy I am about my animals. He's been our vet for 20 years. He's been our vet and he loves the animals. You can tell, you know? And when he looked at her and he kept looking at me going, I want to hear from you Thursday. I want to see you Friday. He was like talking to me like a dad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see her Friday. And he's been her vet. Matter of fact,
her whole life.
He was her mama's vet. Like when Carly was expecting, he was the vet for Carly. And then when she had Lizzie, he was the vet for the litter. And then when we took her, he was the vet for that. So he's known her since she was born and treated her mama. He's just a good guy and he's so good to us. And we're so grateful. We're so grateful. So I'm glad that you noticed that because he stayed with us a long time. So just be praying about tomorrow. Be praying for emotions. Be praying for us.
It's hard.
I just have hope. I'm just going to do it. I told Vince, here's the thing too. Although when she's sitting there, I'll start to cry and walk out of the room, but I don't want her. My weenie dogs, y'all, you may think I'm crazy, but this is how they are. They're very in tune to our emotions. They're very in tune to our emotions. And we're trying very hard to be very like positive and happy around her.
Christine posted something and I don't know if that's what it is. That
I don't know.
I don't remember what he said.
It could be that. I'm going to ask him tomorrow for sure. It feels more like hemostasis, doesn't it? I'm going to ask him tomorrow for sure. Honestly, y'all, I thought we were going there for him to like give her some medicine and let's go home and be fine. So when he gave me that look and it derailed me, I didn't hear much after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I really thought he was just going to go, here's what's wrong, da 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 da. And when he didn't, we both left going, what? We weren't expecting what happened. But anyway, here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go, good girl, like anything good girl, and do our regular happy voice with her. So we'll know more tomorrow. And let's just pray that she's going to be fine. We're just going to keep it up. So your Lucy's like that. See, it might just be something we need to manage. Again, we don't know. tonight we were talking about it and we were like, do we tell you guys or do we not? And we're like, you guys are always so willing to pray for us. This is emotional for us. So we thought we would mention it to you. And I don't want to come to you later and say, you guys love our weenie dogs as much. You love our animals as much as you love us. And I just want to tell you that's what we're going through. The other girls are fine, by the way. You want a bean update? Give them a bean update. That'll make you happy. Give them a bean update.
She's crazy.
She's doing good. Bean is hilarious. She's doing good. Today, I wish I would have filmed this, but I was too emotional this morning, but I should have filmed it. So we certainly don't let Bean around them right now. One day they'll get to be, here's what we do. We have a puppy gate. It's a baby gate. And the girls can go on one side of the gate and Bean can go on the other. And they just kiss and lick and everything's fine. And her paws don't hit them that way. Well, in the mornings, I let Bean out first. When Bean comes in, she has her breakfast. The weens go out next while she's inside. Well, this morning, she kept going to the window. I kept going to the window watching Lizzie, so she kept going to the window. So I thought, well, I'm going to open the blind and let her look. So I opened the blind, and Carly was sitting on the stair, and Bean was sitting inside, and Bean had her nose pressed on the glass. Like it was flat, pressed down on the glass like a little kid. And I thought it was so funny. I thought I should film that so you could see it. But it's so funny. So Bean is doing great, growing up. She's a big girl. I'm trying to think of, she just leaps over everything.
Oh, yeah.
She just leaps.
She's
like a gazelle.
jumper.
She just leaps.
She is a jumper.
Presley has shocked me. Presley and Lizzie are like Mutt and Jeff. One goes, they go together. And Presley has been very concerned about Lizzie. Like she's been, nudging her.
Tell.
Yeah. She'll nudge her little nose and then she'll step back and like check on her. So she's been really precious about it. And Darcy is oblivious. Darcy doesn't know. Darcy's living her best life.
Tina asked you, what did Ford say about the chicken being famous?
He hasn't seen it. They were out of town and I haven't sent it to him. The reason I haven't is because so they don't know what craft roulette is. And I'm going to have to explain that whole process. And I thought I'm going to have to just call them. We're getting Lydia in a couple weeks, even if that. And I thought when we meet, I'll take the card and explain it to him. But I don't know that I can explain craft roulette. I don't know. Like on text, it would be like a lot to explain.
Yeah, you probably have to just show them.
But I'm going to just take it and show them whenever we get Lydia. It'll be funny. Somebody said, how will you know? I think Tamitha said she would update social media and let y'all know. Also, somebody asked earlier if Ford's books were published. They're not published. They're not like, I mean, they could be published because nowadays you can publish anything, right? But they're not. Maybe one day.
Oh, that's a good idea, Karen. Let him watch the video of you making it.
The thing is, he ain't going to want to watch that.
Yeah, make him. I won't kill him.
He ain't going to watch that. I thought about seeing if Tamitha could like get a clip out of it or something. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna. What was it? A 2-hour show? Like if we could get the clip out or so, he's not gonna want to watch.
Another thing. This is a huge weekend in Chilton County. This is Peach Jam Jubilee weekend. If you don't know, Clanton is famous for its peaches, and this is our big annual festival. If you're anywhere around, come on down to Clanton because there'll probably be 15 or 20,000 people packed in for this event. So that's going to be Saturday at our city park. And so check that out.
Eva, give your pastor and brother a big old hug. How sweet of them. Pull the sister and daddy card all in one. He will. I just want to explain it to him in person. It'll make more. Ford's not he's busy. Y'all need to know Ford's on the go. Also, hold on a second. Somebody said, what was that one? Somebody asked if I was going to make a evil chicken stamp set. Y'all remember what we said? I can't because then I'll be indebted to Ford and no one wants to owe Ford.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody said they were shocked at how many cards people have submitted.
How many have they? How many have they? What did Terrence just say? She has a short 2-minute clip about what craft roulette is. I can explain it to him. And plus he'll want to see it in person. I'm anti-peach, but would celebrate your town.
Oh, yeah.
Karen, that's interesting. I'm interested in knowing you're anti-peach. And let me say why. Because I was also anti-peach, which was really crazy. But when I was 16 years old, I had dental work that was beyond dental work. And they put, like, it was like surgery. And they put that thing on my nose that was scented, and they did a peach one. Like, they didn't ask me what I wanted. They put a peach one on. And for years, I could not even smell peach without being triggered from that experience. And somehow it went away. I don't know if it's because we're saturated with peaches here, but it went away. Thanks, Polly. Our town does do some pretty neat things. Y'all, I wish there was a way for them to watch like the stuff that's going on with our town, because there's so much going on right now. It's really neat. 352 cards. Now listen, there were 356, weren't there? And I was like, we need to do 500 because they've never had that many submitted or something like that. She just hates peaches. That's okay. That's okay. More for Vinny, right?
That's it.
Vinny adores a peach, y'all. Adores a peach. That is a true. It is I acquired it. But y'all know what? I had an acquired taste for watermelon because I ate watermelon one time and was so sick. And I thought, I will never eat watermelon again. And now I eat it almost as much as I can get it. I love it. Isn't that funny how that happens? And that happened with pizza one time too. Got sick on pizza and then thought, well, my favorite food gone. Nope, it's back. I could walk around and film like Ellen does, like Eileen does. I try to film. Here's the problem. I typically, like, if I'm at an event, I'm usually working in some way. So it's hard for me to be able to do it. But I'll tell you what, y'all watch Clack. Clack does the drone. He does drone footage.
Speaking of Clack, today's his birthday.
Hey, it's time for a Clack attack.
A Clack attack.
It's time for a Clack attack. Happy birthday at the Clack Shack. Y'all got to send something like that. Happy birthday, Clack. He is, do you know how old he is? He's younger than me.
And see.
He's younger than me.
It might say.
Maybe we shouldn't tell his age. Maybe he don't want people to know his age.
What do we care?
All right, let's put his link. Y'all, let's put his link in. That'll be a happy thing to do. Put his link in. 352. Y'all, I wanted there to be 500. Wouldn't that be cool? How many of us have food trauma that now we're over? Isn't that funny?
It does not say on his Facebook how old he is.
Have someone hook me up to a GoPro. That would be Clack. You know he's got a GoPro somewhere. Y'all go wish him a happy birthday. That'll be cool. I mean, do it so obnoxiously that he gets like ding, 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 like notices, and we hear about it.
I hope you guys saw the thank you video from Clanton Outdoors. Brian was overwhelmed by the love that you guys showed him last week. And he is working so diligently to grow his channel. And
he's doing good.
He makes some really, really cute,
good videos. Very talented in the video department. Like, I was watching the other day. I cannot remember what the title was, but I turned it on and talk about a GoPro. He's hooked like a GoPro to his boat. And when he goes fishing, you go with him. And that is so cool. I love that so much. Y'all can attack him both places. It's his birthday. He needs to be attacked, right?
Yeah, he is a very kind and a very humble person. He is. He's the best kind.
I almost said something. Clyde, where do you go? When you said humble, I went, oh, Brian.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Clyde. He ain't got no humble bone in his body.
Oh, my goodness. But I will tell you what Clack did, which was very sweet. Because I don't know that we told y'all that last Thursday night. This is why I just want y'all to subscribe to all my friends. Are so good. Last Thursday night, he messaged me. He said, "Are y'all doing something for Clanton Outdoors?" I said, "Well, we're trying to get him to a number. I think 1,000. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers." And I told him, he was like, "Do I need to help?" And I was like, "Yeah, help." He made a video. He texted me, made a video that night, edited, uploaded it that night. Remember? Yep. And then by morning, he's the one who told me he got 1,000. He's like, "We did it." And so he went by there and said thank you to him. And it was funny because he said, I went by and said thank you and bought an $80 knife. He's like, I walk in the door and then this happens.
There you go.
But it was super cute. And I'm so grateful for how our community does for each other. It's so sweet. So thank y'all for attacking Clack. Hopefully he's being spoiled for his birthday or something and he won't see it until later. But that'll be funny when he goes, "Did you do something?" That's what he always says. "Did you do something?"
Yep.
Too funny. All right, guys. I think we filled y'all in. I'm trying to think. Well, there was something else. Is any of my people here that told me stuff I was supposed to say?
What size photos goes in that half folio you made tonight?
You know, we can be creative, but you have the space for something like, this is 5 1/4 by 4. So you can do anything inside of that, right? Oh my goodness, that sounds really good. Canned peaches with sour cream? That sounds good. That's that
We got some at
tart and
home.
sweet.
Yeah, might be
I
good.
may have to try that. Not a certain video, his last video, anything like that. If he's posted anything on his community tab, you can go there and post. But let me show you why you can play with the photos. Because remember this guy that I did not do traditional 4x6. I did 3x4. So they would be perfect in here, wouldn't they? That would be super cute to do the 3x4. That'd be super cute. And just kind of treat it like a brag book. That's what I would do with it. What's the name of the kit to make pockets? Are you talking about this little magnet removal guy? Yeah, it's in the, hey, Opal, actually, the sport shop is still there. The sport shop moved to the side, and they kept their manufacturing in the back and moved to the side. And then Brian took the side where they used to be. Is this one? Is this what you're talking about? Hang on. Who asked? Patty. Cindy said my name. I hear it all the way over here. I don't know about that sour cream thing. Cream cheese, yes. Y'all, what you do is you take canned half peaches. Just listen. Canned half peaches. In the little hole of the peach, you put a dollop of mayonnaise. Just trust me. Dollop of mayonnaise. You use sharp cheddar cheese. It's important. Sharp cheddar cheese. You sprinkle that on top of the mayonnaise, and you get you some maraschino cherries, and you put one on top. This is called, it's pear salad, but we do it with peaches too, the canned peaches, and it's delicious. It's pear salad with a peach.
That's it.
Pen suggestions for writing on glossy photos. Probably, I would say a fine point Sharpie. That would probably be about what I would use. Will that waterfall fit the small folio? I do not think so, because I think they're almost the same size. Yeah, they're pretty much the same size. Although I don't know. Hold on. Oh, I love cottage cheese with peaches. Oh, y'all are making me hungry. I've not had dinner. No, it's not going to quite. Now, let me tell you how it would work. If you wanted to put a binding strip on it and bind it to this page so that it opened, you could do that, because it will close in there. Or if you wanted, I guess, magnet it out of there. It's just bigger than this. Yeah, this is $49 in market. And this is, I don't have it in here. I took it out today. This is the little, they come in a 2-pack, this little guy. All right. Did we get everybody answered of anything that was questioned? I think we did. Y'all go make sure you say happy birthday. Never heard of raspberry mayo, but now I'm interested. All right. We're going to close tonight in prayer. Remember, if you have a specific prayer request that you need us to be praying for, head to our Facebook group called Created in Christ, and you can post your prayer request there. Tamitha will grab it and put it onto our prayer list. And we also have prayer warriors in that group that'll be praying for you about the issue that you're going through, or whatever that you, whatever you may be experiencing. And tonight, Vinny's going to pray for us, but he's going to pray for everybody in the room tonight.
Yep.
And we all know you have special needs. Here's the thing. My dad used to say this, and it's so true. God sees our need and he knows our heart. And so if you're going through something tonight, just pray with us. God knows what you're going through. And better than that, he's already there, y'all. God is already there. I want to remind you something that was reminded to me this morning when I was struggling. I've been struggling with my thoughts and my feelings and my emotions. And I was reminded of something my mama used to say. And it's so good, you guys. God is not up in heaven wringing his hands, figuring out how to help you out of a situation. He already has an answer. And remember what Proverbs 3, 4, and 5 says. Lean not on your own understanding, right? Trust him. Know that he is in control. He will make straight your paths. He already knows what he has for you. So when we pray tonight, just thank him that he is already in control and he's already taking care of the situation. And I'll stop talking and let Vinny pray. I know y'all just want Vinny to pray anyway. So here we go.
Let's pray. Hey, God. Thank you so much for holding on to us when we need you the most. God, it's in our most difficult times that you are the strength that we need. You're the hands that hold us up. You're the arms that wrap around us. And God, I just thank you for that. I thank you that you can provide us peace when there's none to be found anywhere. You can provide us anything we need when there seems like there is no hope. You are able. Help us just to trust you and to know, God, that you know what you're doing. Even when we don't understand it, even when we don't like it, even when we despise it, God, you know what is best for every person, every creature, everything that you designed and perfected. You know what's best. It's so hard when the rubber meets the road. But God, that's where our faith has to come in. That's where we have to trust you when we don't see any way out. And remember that you're able. I pray, God, tonight for every person watching. God, there are probably folks watching that are struggling with their bills, with their finances. There's others that are struggling with their health. There are others that are been diagnosed with cancer or some other debilitating disease. But God, you know exactly where we're at. And God, I thank you for the reminder that you're not up in heaven wringing your hands. You already have it all laid out. You already have the plan. And God, if it breaks us down, we know that you're going to pick us back up. You're going to put the pieces back together. So God, just help us to walk in the joy of our salvation, knowing, God, that you loved us so much. You gave your son Jesus that we could have a relationship with you so that you could be our heavenly Father that wraps your arms around us and holds us and loves us when we need it the most. Thank you that you're faithful. And God, we just trust you. And we put all of these needs that we've mentioned tonight in your hands. And God, help us just to rest in that and know that you got it. And if it doesn't turn out the way we want it to, you're going to help us get through it. And I can't thank you enough for that knowledge. I ask it all today in that precious name, the name that's above every name, in the name of Jesus. That precious name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. You're so precious. You good? I love you.
Love you.
We love you guys. We're here for if you need us. I hope you know how to get in touch with us. I think you do. info@maymaymadeit.com. You can reach us there if you have anything. If you'd like to reach out through our Facebook group, you can do that as well. We thank y'all so much for being part of our community, for loving on us and letting us love on you. That's what we like to do. These nights are so fun for us. We enjoy hanging out with you, and we hope that you get to enjoy it just like we do. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye now.
Bye now.